So how do you gain perspective if you just simply don't have any and you just know you're kind of a shithead and you know that you don't want to be a shithead, but you're just looking at things wrong and you just, can't get out of your own way? In 1998, Larry Bird was the coach for the Eastern All-Star team. Coach, not player. And he told all his guys, casually, I may add, one thing right before they hit the court. How's everyone doing here, folks? It's Jay back here for some slim picking. Little worse for wear today. Not terrible, just a little beat up, but I'm still here posting. Hope this channel helps you, either in the advice I'm giving or just to say to yourself, "Boy, if this Paul, I can do it. I can do it." So, if anything else, hope I can inspire you. So, what Larry Bird said to his team is, he said, "Well, we're here. We might as well win, right? We're here. We might as well win." Now today, this has nothing to do with the All-Star game, but today these athletes, you could give two shits what happens in the game. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want to, put in, there's no more effort. So the point of the story I'm trying to make is it's all your perspective. How many of the players, even probably back then, said, I'm not busting my ass for this game. I'm mailing it in. I'm not going to try to get hurt. I'm not going to try to sweat. But when Larry Bird, your coach, legend, says, you might as well go out there and win, his gift of perspective rubbed off on everybody, well, except for Michael Jordan. You have to tell him. I'm sure it helps to have Michael Jordan. But it's perspective, and it's all how you look at things. A couple of videos ago, you saw me with the snow blowing, talking about weathering the storm. And that's all about perspective. I used to get so angry at the snow. I used to blame all my problems all winter on the snow, And obviously it was not the snow. It was the way I looked at the snow, and it was the way I perceived all of my problems in my life. If you think everything's a mountain and everything's impossible, it's going to be impossible. But if you just take a step back and reevaluate, for one, you may have a choice. We're all here. That's the point, I guess, with the Larry Bird story is we're all here. You might as well win, right? You might as well win. You might as well lace them up and see if you can win. And that's little wins every single day. Today, my little win is getting this video done at, almost 8 o'clock. Just really feeling worn out. Been kind of hitting the workouts harder. And just with the holidays, and, I do help my mom with some things. That's not the reason why, but I think I'm just a little bit worn out. This time of year is tough for me, too. My father passed away in 2020 on the 22nd of December. So that's a tough one, too. Or is it the 23rd? It might be the 23rd. It's so terrible. I don't know. I think it's the 23rd. It's the 23rd. But anyways, even though I know I'm fine, I'm good, I think it's just this type of year just kind of, I don't know, between the sunlight, lack of sunlight, and the snow, which I actually grown to love, but it's dark here about 5 o'clock now, and I think this is just my little storm to weather, and I know that. And I have some great support. I was mentioning earlier as well, have a spot where you can go and just unwind. And even if it's a small area, put everything around. It doesn't have to be tacky, Mine's a little overboard. I always have Hogan here lit up nicely. And just some reminders. So if I having a bad day, I remind myself. Everything I used to do before I thought was wrong. If it didn't work, I just figured out that it's wrong. So I told myself a while ago, I'm going to be like Costanza, and I will do the opposite. So whenever I'm doubting myself, believe it or not, that helps. So just make a space with things that you enjoy. My stuff is basketball, guitars, and my, probably the biggest thing that I don't ever talk about, and I should mention in these videos, is I overcame 3 heart surgeries. I'm on a second pacemaker, and every day is a win for me. You know what I mean? Every single day, I got to remind myself. And I look back when I used to get so angry at the snow, and angry with my ex-wife, and angry with I used to not have the best relationship with my parents, and always hiding out. I was always afraid to kind of be seen, and I just wasn't very proud of myself. And just over criticizing. It was perspective. I was looking at things wrong. it starts with little tiny wins every single day. And only you know that for yourself. We could be here for another half hour. Some examples. If you're mad and you think, oh man, everybody's in shape because they're lucky. Even people like me, I feel like some of you guys out there know how I feel, know what I mean when I say this. If you do the work and you get in shape and you do overcome, most people just think, oh, he's just lucky, or oh, he's just been like that, or they just think, ah, well, his heart must not have been that bad. I had 3 heart surgeries. Ah, it must not have been that bad. You won't always get credit for the work because those are the people that want to be like you. And even if they're not like, they could be decent people, but that anger comes out of them because they're jealous. But they don't realize if they had the right perspective, they could be as good as, or better than even what you're doing. So that's, I guess, the little thing. As you get these little wins, your perspective starts to change. And then you start to say, wow, you know what? I've been eating good for 2 weeks and I am losing weight. I did some push ups and okay, so it's this month. Let's see how it is let's try 30 more days, kind of give yourself like a little outlier goal. But it's not, you don't want to give up in 2 weeks. You got to stick with it and you're going to slip and you're going to make little problems. But the problem is you got to get back on there. Like, I mean, does anyone not watch Rocky? You guys still watch the Rocky movies out there? It is a movie, but damn it, it's a message. I mean, that's a message. Ask David Goggins if he thinks that's just a movie. I always, if I need a boost, and it's funny, I don't have anything up here yet, which is embarrassing, but I need some Rocky stuff up here because that's the ultimate story of, just never giving up. And it is based on a true story. Look it up. I ain't doing the homework. So look it up and take these little wins and you'll start to soften up. You'll start to relate to different people more and kind of see it from their end. And in turn, you'll start, I mean, it takes time, guys. It's going to take a little bit of time. But time's an illusion anyway. And before you know it, it's 5 years from now. And if you, just like myself, I'm 45. I had to mention it once, right? I'm 45 and I was just 40. I feel like I was just 40 years old saying, man, get on the ground and do push-ups, Jay. I'd rather die trying than die than be alive as a loser on the couch that I don't respect myself. So I hope that helps. Here we got Chloe again. Chloe, you want to say hi? Chloe makes a second appearance. You want to say hi, baby? No. All right. So that's all, guys. Little wins. This is a little win. This is my best little win. Great little win. Okay, guys, that's all I got for you. Remember, little wins. We'll be back here tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be feeling a little better. We get some rest. I love you all. Be good.